Hey guys, it's Christian Singh here back from CNH Small Engine again for another informative service and review video. What I got in front of me right here is one of the typical low-end Homelite string trimmers right here for you. And we had a customer over here. He brought it over here about 3 days back because unfortunately he was cleaning out his storage unit, and apparently the actual storage unit had, I guess, a leak or something in the roof on there, and he got some water on his equipment. Had been sitting there for about 4 or 5 years, and he brought it over to us and had it have us check it out, because he brought about 3 other pieces of equipment over as well too. He had a snow blower, a couple of pair of hedge clippers, and I think he had one other thing. I think it was a pressure washer as well too. And he wanted us to have him look at all at the same time over here, so we had some time to look at the string trimmer today over here. And unfortunately, he had a lot of problems with this machine right here. The first thing was the actual engine model number tag right here. You can see right there on the tag right there, it's black and silver right there, guys. Unfortunately, this machine, I think it's about 10, 12 years old, and the actual tag is almost completely worn off on her before they can see it. I'm just gonna zoom in on here, better picture, but you can see right there the tag does not have the model number designation down here for that. And we actually find a nifty way to recall, or get the information back for that specific model number. What you have to do is you have to put the tag, this whole tag, under a black light right there. It's sort of just like the Lawn Boy lawnmower identification tag they have on the back of the deck. And what you want to do is you want to take this machine into a extremely dark room, almost pitch black, and you want to get a black light, long wave black light, and you want to have it shine directly on here, and you'll be able to see the lettering underneath there. This one starts out with a UT2 on here. That's about all you can make out with the naked eye right here, and that's why you have to put the black light directly on here, because if you do not do that, you will not be able to identify the specific model number and serial number on the tag right there specifically. Overall, he needed the following work done to it. It needed a new carburetor. The air filter was completely disintegrated. The intake gasket directly behind the air box, and the carburetor was also basically broke apart on it. That thing needed to be replaced. He had water contamination done on the actual dogs down here on your flywheel, when we had to soak those things with some AeroCrow and nut buster for a few days, but we actually got that loosened up and lubed up properly now. The other thing was his gas tank needed to be replaced as well too, because unfortunately the quality of these machines right here is so bad. It's just simply better to replace the actual gas tank on here as well too, because the gas tank includes a new fuel line and a fuel filter on there as well too. So it's a good idea to replace that as a kit. And the other thing was he has the gasket in the back of the crank back here also needing to be replaced as well too, because it was actually blowing out. It looked like somebody apparently took it apart and did not put it back together right, and they actually crimped, or what we want to call stressed the gasket out on there, and that thing needed to be replaced as well too. Overall, the engine got about 140 psi compression in there, and it still has the crosshatch marks for the I want to call whenever they were originally honed the cylinder out inside on there, and the muffler was still in overall good shape on there as well too. But the fact is, the problem is the parts and all the labor time for doing all the job. We had about almost 2 hours worth of work into it, and unfortunately the carburetor was going to cost about, I think about $35–40 for a new carburetor directly from Homelite, and the intake gas was about $5. The air filter was about $2. The actual tank itself is about $15–20. Spark plug's about $2–3 right there as well too. The gasket on the back here, where the actual crank is down here, that's about $8, and the the labor and stuff like that, you're looking at over $100 right there, and you can simply go out and buy like a brand new machine like this for maybe about $115–120. So a real low end one, or if you can get one like this right here. Some of them have clutches, other ones do not, so they do have a variance of prices because of that one fact. And now this one, it does not have a clutch on here, because the engine pulls over. You can just look at it, you can see the thing spinning over down there as well too, guys. So this thing does not have a clutch, so ballparking it, I'm thinking probably between $70 and $90 when it was originally purchased back in, I think back 06 or 05, somewhere around there. So it's not, you know, economically feasible to go ahead and do this repair, because most people don't want to spend that kind of money on a machine that's about 10 to 12 years old right there for that. So if anybody has any comments, questions, whatnot about this specific machine or my review right here, feel free to leave me a quick reply at the bottom of the page. And like I said before, if you're having difficulty recalling or pulling up the specific model number on a tag like this right here, this tag, as you see, it was originally black with the silver lettering on it for that. I do recommend putting the tag in an extremely dark room, preferably at night, and you want to recall the actual model number and serial number by way of using a black light. You just want to shine it right on here and get a eye loop, like a little magnifying eye loop, and put it right on there, right next to it, and you'll be able to recall the UT dash, whatever they have for the model number and serial number right here as well too. So that's a tricky, neat way of recalling specific information on some of these real shiny tags they have on, like this one, and also the Lawn Boy lawnmowers as well too. Because the older Lawn Boys, like the actual pre-2005 ones, we do that the same way over here as we do this one right here as well too, using the black light to recall the information on there as well too. So if anybody has any comments, questions, whatnot, as usual, feel free to leave me a message here on my page. Sorry about that, and we'll try to get back as quick as humanly possible with some kind of answer. I'll see you guys. Have a nice day.